I think having a sponsor is absolutely essential within my career, especially when you talk about needing the votes to ascend into the principal or the shareholder level, where you not only people within your own office need to know who you are and what your skill sets and what you bring to the table, but also people outside of the office need to know who you are. So having those sponsorship relationships, people that are going to endorse you, people that are going ultimately be willing to spend their political capital, their organizational influence, use those types of things for your benefit is absolutely crucial.
I think having a sponsor in my career is critical. It's someone that I can have an open conversation with, whether it's about concerns that I have or it's about someone who's really proud of me when something great happens. I think the biggest piece of advice that my sponsor has given me and that I've applied to my career is to stick up for myself. My sponsor personally is not afraid to speak her mind and speak up on behalf of others for the betterment of everyone. And I've really taken that into consideration in my own career, and then also when I'm dealing with others and know that I have an opportunity to be a sponsor for them, I want to make sure that I'm speaking up on their behalf too.
I don't know that a decision was ever made to become a sponsor. I think it was just kind of a natural progression of a lot of the relationships I had. I wanted to see individuals be the best they can be, advance themselves and advance their careers to wherever they wanted to see the careers progress. As I became more comfortable in the sponsoring arrangements, I tend to try to just talk to individuals throughout the firm and see how I can help them. It's very rewarding. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite parts of the job.
Having a sponsor throughout my career has helped to have someone as a sounding board, someone that was able to give honest feedback and direct me where maybe I wasn't going on the right track and open my eyes to something that would help me. And if I spent energy on something that was more aligned with that goal that maybe I was unaware of, that I would be able to accomplish that quicker.
When it comes to sponsorship, I don't think it's something that is just automatically given to a person. I think it's something that you earn. You have to prove yourself and be working with other people at least for a little while before they can recognize the fact that they want to put themselves out there on your behalf. So I think that if you want a sponsorship, you have to be willing to really put forth the effort and to show the value that you have to offer. It's okay to speak up and say, hey, are you willing to put yourself forward for me? And then make sure that you're meeting with that person on a regular basis and that you're listening and kind of telling them where you are, and you build that relationship of trust. But I think it starts with the person who wants to be sponsored, and that it's not just something that's an automatic.
One thing that has been very beneficial for me in my career is each year my sponsor asks me to create a brag sheet or a list of all the things I've done throughout the year that everyone sitting at that table might not know about. And then I think it's cultivated that in me as well, that I've paid that forward and have asked people to provide me their brag sheets that I want to have a voice in that meeting for. And it's kind of cool. I've started to be around long enough that I'm starting to see some of the people that I've advocated for starting to advocate others coming up after them.
The wow sheet was just the idea there. The process we used for a while was you had to present the person and tell them about what it is that they've been doing for the firm. And it's easy to talk about the technical skills or the technical knowledge someone has, but there's lots of things that individuals do that are outside of the everyday world, whether that's serving on a board or a committee. Maybe they've taken a public speaking class or they've joined Toastmasters. Maybe they're involved in a YP group throughout the organization to build their network. All these extra things that are really so important to someone's career and their development. It was a nice way of summarizing the information. And candidly, it made my life easier, which is always a good thing for me.
My sponsor has encouraged me to get out of my comfort zone. I'm not someone who enjoys public speaking. I don't know that there's a lot of people that do. My sponsor, for lack of a better term, voluntold me that it would be a good idea to start presenting at our CPE trainings for the not-for-profit group. And I've done it every year since. I'm much more comfortable And in the same regard, I've taken those skills and applied it to when I present at board meetings and I have to sit in front of a lot of really intelligent and intimidating people. Those public speaking skills that I started as a first-year senior doing CPE training have been applied to those board meetings now as a manager.